at South Mountain Park today. We're testing out the theory of whether or not a bicyclist who was involved in a fatal accident can actually go 36 miles an hour downhill. Stay tuned.
I'm gonna set my launch pad next to it.
$31.
Yep. That was good. That was fast. How fast? 31?
31.
All right.
So what are our thoughts on this?
Well, our thoughts are we had our expert cyclist come down this hill at the same S-turn that the bicyclist was killed. And what we wanted to see is if he could achieve a speed of 36 miles an hour and maintain his lane without traveling left to center of the lines. Because when you come into the first S-turn, you got to set up for the second one behind it.
Okay.
So at a speed like that, we wanted to see if that was reasonable because our cyclist was doing, I believe, 36 miles an hour at the point of impact.
Based upon what?
Based upon his Garmin data that was on the bicycle.
Oh, okay. So today we had radar. You two were running radar as well as...
We had radar, we had
film?
drone, we had footage. Yeah, we have all kinds of footage, and we had our expert cyclists make about 4 or 5 runs at this. I believe we got speeds of, started early at 30, 31, then we got up to, I don't believe we got above 32 miles an hour today.
No, max was 32.
So 32 on radar coming around the corner. And he said it'd be no problem doing 36, maybe even 40, because he felt comfortable enough to do that. But although he made several runs, we didn't achieve the 36 mile an hour mark.
I would have thought that 36 would have been extremely fast on this hill.
I think it is. I still think it's extremely fast on this hill. Now we got to remember too that the rider that was killed was an expert cyclist himself. He toured around cycling. I believe he was even on the professional level. So a speed of 36 for someone like that is probably not as fast as what he could have done. Where you, me, or Mark on a bicycle come down this hill, we'd be lucky to hit 10.
Yeah,
So-
there's no way. I mean, we've checked so many already coming down. They're
Yeah.
all going slower than this guy
Exactly,
was.
and they're all going faster than I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt this.
So, yeah. So what we've learned today is that, yeah, it's possible to get in the 30 range with a good cyclist that knows what he's doing. But our cyclist did tell us, too, that as he's coming around, he's setting up for the corner, he had a clear view of the field downhill.
Right. He was also thinking ahead for the next turn.
And he was thinking ahead for the next turn. He said, but had a car come through, and in the case where what we're working, a red car, came around the turn, blind corner, and went left to center, which is where the bicycle hit the car left to center. Our cyclist says that he thinks he would have seen a red car coming up and would have prepared for that. So we're back to kind of the drawing board of what was, we can't get into the mind of what this cyclist was thinking at the time. So we've had joggers, we've had cyclists, and we've had just cars coming up to the point of a Corvette trying to take these corners at 60 miles.
But they all crossed the line. So
Every one of them. See, this is a tight road. Each lane is about 10 feet wide, and there's no room for error. You got the fog line, and then you have the edge of the pavement right here. And when you get into these turns, you have the side of the mountain face,
and the steel barrier.
and you have the barrier on the other side. So there's really not a lot of room. So you either got to take it really slow coming around, or you're going to have to go left to center if you're in a car.
And the speed limit here is 25.
It's
15.
25, but in certain areas it's 15.
The whole trail up here is 15.
Is it?
Yeah, it's marked up.
All right. So
And it's marked out for horses.
yeah, so we've got horse traffic because we do know there's a corral down there, public corral that people rent horses and ride these
Can we
mountains.
ride a pony?
Dude, get a pony.
Let's ride a pony up
You
there.
get a radar of the pony.
Yeah.
I want a pony, Jeff.
But this is a pretty popular trail. At the bottom of this is the police academy that we went to. You can hear them shooting down there. But this is a hill that we had to run up in the academy, 11 miles to the towers. and it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm never doing that again.
I didn't even want to drive up.
Yeah. So yeah, even driving it's pretty scary. And I've been up here on my police motorcycles. We used to use this road to train with, and we'd have to stay in tight formation taking these corners. Glendale did.
Why would you do that?
To scare them.
Okay.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Glendale lost a motor off the edge one day.
Oops.
Yeah, he's all right. But bike's
No, bike didn't make it.
But other than that, yeah, it's a popular road, popular trail. It's been here since before I was born.
Just let that go.
Yeah.
So what's our conclusion?
Our conclusion today, we still have to go back and do more on paper and on whiteboard, but our conclusion today was 36 a cause of this collision,
Okay.
or was he still in control at 36 miles an hour? And because he was hit on his side of the roadway, that leads me to believe that our conclusion is probably going to be that he's an expert rider. He knows what he's doing. He's coming down at 36. He's in his lane, and the car went left to center and hit him. So I don't see any causation on the cyclist, really.
The speed is feasible.
The speed is feasible.
Okay.
Now, when you're on a bicycle, the same laws that apply to vehicles
He was
apply to
speeding.
bicycles. So technically, he's speeding.
Well, yeah.
So he's in violation of 701A, which is
Speed limit.
Yeah, violating the speed limit. She stayed left to center, kept going in the straightaway,
Yeah.
and that's what caused the accident.
Cool.
All right.
All right.